A couple of months ago I made a video about Mick Doohan, the 5-time world champion of the 500cc class and bona fide MotoGP legend. Today I'm going to be talking about his son, Jack Doohan, and the soon-to-be Formula 1 driver for Alpine. Good luck, mate. So Mick Doohan suffered a career-ending crash in 1999 at Jerez and was unable to continue in Grand Prix motorcycle racing. So instead of racing, Doohan became an advisor for Honda's Grand Prix efforts, and in 2003 he had a son called Jack. Yeah, as you can tell. Jack spent his first few years of his career being a child, but then his actual career began in 2012 when he began karting at the age of 9. Whilst his father was a Grand Prix rider, Jack wanted to be a Grand Prix driver. So after a successful karting career, Jack graduated into single-seaters in 2018, competing in the British Formula 4 Championship with TRS Ardern Racing, but not before becoming a member of the Red Bull Driver Academy. Whilst he took only one win, he remained consistent, scoring points in 27 of the 30 races, and securing 5th place in the championship. Also, he competed in 2 rounds of the Italian Formula 4 Championship and 3 rounds in the ADAC Formula 4 Championship. They're not really doing anything of note, to be honest, so we're going to move on. A round in the MRF Challenge preceded a step into Asian Formula 3 with Hindsight Grand Prix, where he would battle for the title with teammate Ukio Sasahara for the title. The two finished 1-2 in the first 7 races as they traded victories. The two shared victories at race 7, 8 and 9 at Suzuka before Sasahara won all 3 races at the first Shanghai round, whilst Jack was left to pick up the pieces. Sasahara would take the crown by 25 points over Doohan. Sasahara, a driver who had not really had much success outside of Japan, had beaten Jack, so it didn't really look good for the Australian who wanted to become a Formula 1 driver in the future. Along with his campaign in Formula 3 Asia, Doohan also competed in the Euro Formula Championship with Double R Racing alongside teammate Linus Lindqvist, who is now in IndyCar. Other drivers on the grid included future F1 drivers Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda. While Tsunoda and Lawson battled for victories, Doohan only achieved 2 podiums, finishing 11th in the championship, and had been beaten by teammate Lundqvist. Nevertheless, Jack would return to the F3 Asian Series in the 2019-20 season, where he would once again come up short of the championship. Despite taking 5 victories, the same as Dutch driver Joey Alders, would be beaten to the post by Alders, as Doohan displayed greater inconsistencies. So far, you'd have to say Jack Doohan's motor racing career has, well, not been really, insignificant sounds harsh, but he hasn't really made a splash in the feeder series pool. That wouldn't stop him making a step up to the FIA Formula 3 Championship in 2020, now on the support bill for Formula 1, with HWA Race Lab, with teammates Enzo Fittipaldi and Jake Hughes. It was a disastrous season. Jack scored no points and was involved in a myriad of incidents and was classified 26th in the championship, whilst his teammates Fittipaldi and Hughes greatly outperformed the Australian, who refused even winning 2 races, whilst the season was a write-off for Jack. The only positives he take away from the year was, I don't know how he could draw anything positive from 2021, but he would continue in the Formula 3 Championship for 2021, this time with Trident. If Jack wanted any chances of making it to the big time, he would have to show potential, and he would do that, as Jack picked up 4 victories that year on the way to a 2nd place in the championship, very comfortably as well, might I add, behind Dennis Hauger, who at one point was rated very highly. At the end of 2021, Jack left the Red Bull Driver Academy in favour of the Alpine Driver Academy, as he believed it offered better opportunities for the future, stating that it was a no-brainer. In hindsight, this was a strike of genius, and ultimately is the decision that would change the course of his career in years to come. 2021 was a success, so Jack made the move to Formula 2, competing in the last couple rounds of the 2021 season with MP Motorsport before making a full season debut in the series in 2022. That year, Doohan walked all over his teammate and former rival Marino Sato, who was absolutely nowhere. Jack took 3 victories, taking 6th in the championship, a solid first year in Formula 2. He'd remain with Virtuosi as he did in 2022 for 2023, but a poor start to the season will put him out of contention for the title. But a great end to the season, which included 3 wins, all coming in feature races, meant Jack secured 3rd in the championship. And with that, Jack Doohan's junior Formula career came to an end as he decided not to continue in the Formula 2 Championship for 2024 despite having the best second half of the season compared to his rivals, as he concentrated on his testing roles for Alpine's Formula 1 team. This would pay off as Esteban Ocon announced that he would leave the French outfit to join Haas in 2025, meaning that there was an open seat at Alpine. Drivers such as Mick Schumacher and Carlos Sainz were rumoured, but Sainz was signed for Williams, so it was between Doohan and Schumacher for the Alpine seat, where Alpine would choose the Australian. But I believe the reason for his Grand Prix drive is ultimately him being in the right place at the right time, rather than being based on pure merit, as his junior career, whilst good, was not really remarkable, as Doohan failed to win a single title since his karting days. Either way, I believe Jack will do a competent job next year as a Formula 1 driver due to the testing that he's done this year. I for one will be rooting for the Australian, not only as a fan of his father, but also as a fan of Jack himself. I hope that he'll be able to enjoy success just like his father.